Hey, I'm Mitch. Welcome to my shop. Today's video, I will show you a way to joint boards without a jointer. First thing you want to do is get you some MDF, 3/4 inch is what I'm using here, and I am cutting it down to the height of my fence. Actually a little bit shorter than the height of my fence. Alright, my next step is I'm marking for where I'm drilling for the fence clamps. And then obviously the next thing I'll do is drill where I marked. And I'll be working my way up to a 1/2 inch diameter. That's what my particular fence clamps are. You do it in steps, otherwise you will just rip out the MDF. Okay, so my next step is I'm raising the blade all the way up. That's the way I prefer it. And I'm going to take some painter's tape and I'm going to place on top of my saw to give me a reference on the outside of the teeth of the blade. Don't go in between the teeth, go on the outside of the teeth. And this is going to be your reference for your sacrificial fence. Alright guys, so lower the blade back down, and what we're going to do is move the fence over, like so. I'm going to line up the outside of that fence with the painter's tape we had down as reference. Okay, so the fence clamps I'm grabbing here, I got those from Grizzly like most everything, and I was a little disappointed in them. They don't really have a lot of adjustment. They only have the adjustment in the back, what I'm turning now. But the actual L bolt or J bolt, it's fixed. It doesn't adjust. And the Milescraft and the Rockler ones do. So that's something to keep in mind if you're going to purchase some. Okay, so here's where the fun's going to start. Crank the saw up and then slowly raise the blade into the fence. Like so. Now I personally raise the blade all the way through the fence because I like to see the blade at all times. You don't have to do that. You can raise it up to whatever height you feel comfortable with. Alright, so now we're going to kill the saw. We're going to remove the clamps. And then we're going to pull the fence off. And we're going to flip it around. Like so. Saw back on, and we're going to finish making that cut. I know in my YouTube short video I did it a little bit different. This is the safest way to do it. Now obviously I didn't come up with this technique. I saw it on Honey Badger Woodworking, and she did it this way, and she doesn't have a jointer in her shop. I was skeptical and my jointer was down, so I did this, and I was really surprised at the results that I got from it. So I'm not saying it's going to replace your jointer, but if you're in a bind and need to joint some boards up, this is a good way to do it. And of course there's other ways to do it as well. There's straight cut sleds, jigs, all kinds of techniques. This is the one that you can batch out a bunch of boards with one setup, and to me it's the most efficient way to do it. Alright, we're going to flip this thing around, clamp it up, and take it for a test drive. Okay, so the reason why this works like a jointer obviously is because your in-feed side is different from your out-feed side. So the in-feed side is the same as the inside of your saw blade, and the out-feed side would be in line with the outside of your saw blade. So you're taking off the thickness of your blade. Okay, here's two off cuts from a board. Let's see if we can clean them up. Okay, I take my time and these cuts are kind of slow, so I'm going to speed this up some so we don't have to suffer through it. Okay, so that's not bad. That will glue up for sure. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And that's about all there is to it. I hope this video brought you some entertainment or brought you something that you can use. Feedback's always welcome, and I hope I earned your subscription. So if I did, that's awesome. Please like and subscribe. And if you didn't learn anything and you just want to give me a thumbs down or troll me, feel free. Till next time, thanks guys.